Back again, I was intrigued to know why Pond Lane was so long. And as you can see, what I do is I go along in this video. The second half after Dilton Farm, I call it Ditton Farm, is actually tarmacked. So while I was out this evening, I thought, okay, well, let's go and have a look at the Madgehole turnoff. So went up, there was loads of wildlife around. It was getting kind of sunset time. So I went from south to north and showed the turnoff for Madgehole. The south approach is blocked off, so I went past and then came back coming down north. I explain it better on the map than I do in the video, and then went along Madgehole. If you do it over the weekend, once you get to the west end of Madgehole, then you're on the you either turn around and come back and do it the other way, or you go round to Farley Green on the road. So this is Pond Lane going from north to south. We did it earlier in the week in part 2, coming the other way. It's super dry, really nice, absolutely lovely. One of the things that I realised about Pond Lane is that there's no pond, so I don't know where the pond is. I've looked on the map, no pond in Pond Lane. The thing that I couldn't work out when we did it at the start of the week was why was it that when you come out of Row Lane, to head to Pond Lane, most of the time you're on tarmac? And it's because it's just the way that the map works. It's signposted as a boat, even though half of it from Dilton Farm, I call it Ditton Farm at the end, but from Dilton Farm onwards is tarmacked. This was at about 7 o'clock, so you can see the sun's setting. On my right, over to the west. Nice time to go out for a ride, actually. And then what you see as we go and do the Madgehole bit is that there's loads of wildlife around, loads of pheasants, and, well, you'll see. So that building on the left hand side there, that's Dilton Farm. Happy Walker gave me a smile. So this is Dilton Farm on the left hand side. You come up onto the road on the, oh no, in a little bit, there you go. A bit of juice just to get up there. On the map, all that is boat going on up till you get to Row Lane. Right, so then what I did was I rode up and thought, right, well, let's do Ride Lane going from south to north, and I'll show you where Madgehole is. Mad pheasants, there was loads going on here. Look out for the deer that jumps across on the from left to right in a second. And then as we go down the little path on the right hand side, there's a couple of partridges down there. So this is Ride Lane going from north to south, and what I did was I thought, right, I'll show you the turn off for Madgehole, and then I thought, well, we might as well do Madgehole, but we're losing the light here, and in the end I'm going down Madgehole towards the sun, and it flares out. is a log down here on the left hand side that I'm going to go and move. That log there, I'm going to go and move it, because every time I go past it I always look at it and aim towards it. Okay, so you're going Ride Lane. Madgehole's going to turn up on your left hand side, and I'll slow it down so that you can see what the story is. Okay, so look on your left hand side. It's kind of like you should be able to just to go and sweep up that, but that log there has been there for a while and it needs to be moved. And then you go along and you can see you can go up Madgehole from that side. So I went down, turned round a bit, and thought, okay, I'll show you how to do it. Don't do it like this. So you need to have a fair bit of speed going to do this. You need to be in second gear or tonning it in third, not tonning it. Don't go up here in third and stall your bike and then fall over on the side like an idiot. Okay, no harm done. No one to see. Not the first time that I've fallen off in exactly the same spot. Okay. Left it in gear, foot on the back brake, hand on the clutch, started it up, into first. Need to change the clutch at some point. That's what made me think. And then I'm riding into the sun, so this isn't the greatest filming conditions that I'm doing here, but I thought I'd go along it just so that you can see it. There's an interesting, I talk about it at the end, but there's an interesting Sven video where he meets some people here, and then I've seen people in the comments say, oh, that was me that you met. It gets a little bit better after we go here. It's just that the sun's directly in front. So this is quite nice. It kind of opens up and there's like a bit of a crossroads, and on the right hand side, and I think on the left hand side, it's the Christmas tree farm. So if you ever go and get your Christmas tree from Santa Fe down in like Cranley, that's where all these Christmas trees come from. On the right hand side and the left hand side. And then is so this is the middle bit. This bit's kind of quite nice. And then it drops off a ledge, and that's when it starts to get pretty wet. Or does it drop off a ledge? I think it does. Perhaps that was the ledge that it dropped off. Oh no, here it is. Here's the ledge. Right, so from this bit going down, it's pretty wet. When I did it in February, it was a stream. Quite a nice time to ride though, this time of the evening, going out in the summer. Not a great time to video it, but as I was out I thought, well, I might as well show you just in case you come along. It's not a very wide trail, this. Pretty narrow. But underneath the water, it's kind of a gravel, pebble rock thing, so it's not muddy. So obviously, although I'm tootling along here, there was a rabbit that just went past there. It's quite nice to do this on the way back up. It's one of those things, if you're going on the way back up, then you can have a little bit more power in your hand, and it's more controllable. If anything, I find going uphill just to be an easier thing. Looks picturesque, but obviously you can't see anything. If it's sunny over the weekend, I'll go and I'll re-record this. Yeah, I could see everything, but because of the sun. Okay, well, I think I learnt my lesson there. Don't do that again. And then it comes out and there's like a... if it's been raining, there's a big puddle at the gate here, but it hasn't been raining, so all that's dried off quite nicely. There used to be a lot of trees along there. Lovely house here on the left hand side, by the way. Really picturesque, expensive looking house. So I think that solves the Ponds Lane mystery. It's a trail halfway along to Ditton's farm, and then from there it's tarmac that takes you up to that crossroads at Row. And then with Madgehole, what you can see is that although you can go into Madgehole from the north and the south, realistically it's only from the south way, I think it is. If I'm saying south and I mean north, then you'll know what I mean when we have a look at the map. Madgehole's really nice. Still wet going down there, even after 5 days of it being dry weather. So you can imagine what it's like in the winter. If you do go back and look at Sven Garley's videos, he did it in the winter and met some guys up at the top that you probably all know. You might even know them, you might even be one of them. So that's the story. I hope you enjoyed that little mystery. We'll check out some more infill ones later. Thank you. Bye.